Listen up, guys. So we have 7 stocks to break down in this video. I believe 5 of them reported earnings already. 2 of them are after the bell today. So we're going to break down charts, where I'm looking to buy, sell, do all that good stuff. And of course, if we have time later in the video, we'll break down the overall stock market, which right now is looking, well, pretty red overall. So if you all find value, hit that like button. Make sure to subscribe. And do not forget to get up to 15 stocks for Moomoo. It is free money, guys. Link down below, or actually linked on the side here, because YouTube's changing up their platform. I don't really like the new video layout on the desktop, but either way, get your free money from Moomoo. Again, up to 15 stocks, and of course, all those links help out the channel. I appreciate you guys as always. And with that being said, cheers. Let's dive right into the video with stock number 1, which is not looking good at all right now. It is PayPal, ticker symbol PYPL. The stock's down over 12%, down over what, $9, almost $10 on the day, and this stock has been getting destroyed for a while. If you guys remember, the all-time high was over $300, and now it's at $66, guys. For a company like PayPal, this is freaking insane. It is down over 80, or rather almost 80%, which you probably never would have thought PayPal would go down this much, but lo and behold, it has gone down that much. Again, 80%, which is just insane. So they ended up doing EPS, let's come down here a little bit, of $1.21, I believe. Let me double check here on the intraday chart. Actually, no, $1.17 EPS on revenue of $7.04 billion, which was up 9% year over year. And you guys probably remember, PayPal used to grow what, 15%, 20, 25% year over year on revenue. Now the revenue growth is collapsing, and the guidance for the next quarter is not looking good at all for revenue. I believe they're looking to do revenue in Q2 of around, what was it, 6.5, or growth of 6.5 to 7% on revenue for Q2, which, guys, it keeps on getting worse, from 9% to now 6.5%. And again, they used to grow at 20, 25%. In my opinion, PayPal's best growth years are behind them, and that is clearly being priced in to the stock. Again, it's down 12%, and that's on top of being down already well over 70% from all-time highs heading into the earnings. So at this point, I'm not loading the boat on PayPal, but, I'm watching it maybe for a bounce back trade. Keyword there is trade, because it is oversold here on the 4-hour chart. We're seeing the descending triangle that I called out a couple of videos ago. That played out. We just hit a fresh low on the 4-hour chart, and even though the growth is slowing down, like I said, that does not mean we can't see a short-term bounce in the short term, which, again, I'm looking to trade it if we do end up seeing that. Maybe from the mid-60s back to about 70. Maybe it goes up, maybe 70, 72. We'll see, guys. But overall, PayPal is collapsing, is free-falling, so I'm going to let the dust settle and see what it ends up doing here in the short term. The next stock that I'm looking at is none other than Nikola. And, of course, guys, you know me. I've covered this before. I'm not looking to buy Nikola as a long-term investment. I wouldn't touch this thing with a 10-foot pole. Forget a 10-foot pole, a 200-foot pole. I would not touch this thing at all, but I would consider it maybe as a short-term trade on the speculative side of my portfolio. Currently, Nikola's down 13.5%, and we can see they reported earnings in the morning. So let me see what they ended up doing. They did EPS of negative 26 cents, which came in line with the expectations. All right, that's good, but they missed on revenue, 11.12 million in revenue versus the 12.51 million. So they missed by a long shot, over $1.3 million miss there on revenue. And for guidance, did they even issue guidance? Looks like here they affirmed their 2023 revenue and truck delivery guidance, which I'm not sure exactly what that is. Nikola said it expects Q2 revenue of 10.5 to 21 million. That's quite the range there, as analysts were expecting $20 million. All right, so the lower end of that range is way under the analyst expectation. So that's probably why, or one of the reasons why, Nikola stock is getting hit 13.5% right now, and now it's falling back under the 50 SMA, which is not good. It was momentarily above that for a couple of days. Now we're back under it. So in my eyes, guys, this could be going right back to the lows of 78 cents, which those lows were hit a couple weeks ago in no time. We could be going right back to those lows in no time. So that's what Nikola ended up reporting. We also have Occidental Petroleum. I believe they're after the bell today, so this company didn't report yet, but in about 25 minutes, these earnings will be out, and their stock price has not been doing well either. I mean, this thing has gone down from $76 back in November. Now it's at what, $59? It is down around 25%, but last I checked, Buffett was still buying Occidental Petroleum, and he still owns a very big stake, big chunk of this business. So let's see what they do, guys. Right now, the chart is under the moving averages on the 4-hour time frame. We do have a death cross, which isn't the best sign, but if this could recover back over, let's say, the 50 and the 180 SMAs here, maybe we start breaking that downtrend. There could be a nice spike up from there, maybe back towards the mid 60s, maybe even higher than that. As you guys can see, my alerts at $67, which that was resistance back from pretty much all year. Back in January, February, even back in March, we struggled at about 66, 67. So if we could start reversing, breaking back over those moving averages, breaking towards $67, Occidental Petroleum could really start to take off, but we're not seeing any signs of that quite yet, so keep that in mind here on Oxy. We also had another energy company report earnings yesterday. This is Devon Energy, and their stock is down 3.6% today, guys. So that's a big drop. Well, not a big drop, but a decent drop for Devon Energy. They ended up doing adjusted EPS of $1.46 on revenue of $3.82 billion, which missed the $3.94 billion, but they did beat on adjusted EPS. The estimate was $1.38, and again, they ended up doing $1.46, so not bad. What's their dividend, guys? Their dividend's $1.35 right now, but it looks like they're cutting their dividend. Wait a second. So their dividend a couple quarters ago was $1.55. Then last quarter it was $1.35. Now it's at what? 85 cents or 89 cents. Either way, their dividend is coming down. That's not the best sign overall for Devon Energy, and their chart is not looking that great either. We are clearly in a downtrend, and we're about to see a death cross potentially here on the 4-hour time frame, which is not a good sign overall for the bulls. Now, before we talk about the next stock, if you guys have not gotten your free stocks yet from Moomoo, what are you waiting for? Use that Moomoo link down below or go to StasRFest.com/Moomoo. Listen up, guys. Once you open up an account, you get 1 free share of stock right off the bat. And once you deposit at least $100, you get 4 more stocks, totaling 5 stocks. And listen to this. Once you deposit at least $1,000 onto the platform, you get 10 more stocks, totaling 15 free stocks. And guys, listen, if you don't like the platform, that's okay, which I think you will like the Moomoo platform. But if you don't, you can simply take out all your deposits and you keep all the free stocks with no strings attached. Literally, it is free money, guys. And of course, it also helps out the channel. I appreciate you guys as always. Use that link down below or go to StasRFest.com/Moomoo. Let me know what stocks you get in the comments. And now let's continue on. So we also had Lucid report earnings recently. I think that was yesterday, right? LCID Lucid Group. I didn't have a chance to talk about it, but this stock is down 6.3% so far today, as we do have about 12 minutes left. So pretty much the day is almost over. And the stock, again, is not looking good at all. And what we're noticing overall, guys, here is a clear-cut descending triangle. Do you guys not see that? Lower highs are being made into that support of around $6.75, $7, which, mind you, we're still holding that right now, but we're holding on by a thread, guys. So if this falls under, let's say, $7, $6.75, we're in store for a lower low. Probably the descending triangle playing out. We're going to get a leg down at that point, in my opinion. So let's see what they ended up doing. And mind you, that chart looks pretty much, similar to what we saw with PayPal, who's clearly seeing a massive leg down. Now the descending triangle here on PayPal is playing out. So Lucid ended up doing, let me pull this up and see what they did. They ended up doing EPS. Do we see it here? Where the heck is it, guys? They ended up doing come on. Where is it here, guys? They ended up doing negative 43 cents EPS versus the negative 41 cents. So they missed on EPS and they missed on sales. Oh my God, 149 million versus 209 million estimated. So they missed sales by about $60 million. And again, they missed on EPS. And let me see, do we get any guidance here out of Lucid? Probably not. But overall, their stock looks like it's on the verge of collapse. And if it does fall under $6.75, $7, I'm telling you guys, we're going to see that descending triangle play out, and we could be going down even more in the short term. So I'm going to set my alert at $6.75, mark is at or below, and we'll see where it goes from there. Now, these next 2 stocks we're going to go over, they're reporting earnings after the bell today, guys. So in about 20 minutes, these earnings are going to be out. We have Airbnb, which I'll probably do a follow-up video on tomorrow. They're about to report in about 15 minutes, and their stock is up 1.4% heading into the earnings. We're seeing a nice breakout already heading into the earnings out of the wedge here. We're breaking out of the moving averages. We have a golden cross, as you guys can see, and now with today's move of up 1.5% so far, this is now taking the highs out from the end of March and early April, being about 125. That's a very good sign overall for the bulls. Now, if I extend this to the right, 130 is a big spot coming up. That was the high from the beginning of March, and we also have 145. That was the high you can see here. That was from the middle of February. So that's probably where we're going to test, maybe 145, if we're able to clear past 128 to about 130 bucks. So I'm going to set my alert now at 130, mark is at or above, and we'll see where it goes from there. Again, if that breaks 140, 145, that could be next. Maybe just maybe. We'll see how these numbers end up looking like here after the bell, guys. And we also have Rivian after the bell today, which is it's a big competitor to Tesla, at least I think in the future. They're going to be competing even more. And even right now, Rivian's stealing a little teeny tiny bit of market share from Tesla. They're about to report after the bell, and their stock is up a little bit, 0.3%, pretty much at break even. I mean, it's up only 4 cents, but they're going to be after the bell today in about 15 minutes, and we'll see what direction this thing ends up picking. Of course, it is still in a downtrend. You guys see that clear as day, but it is creeping slowly, ever so slightly above the moving averages. Let's now see if we can start breaking 14, 15 bucks. If we start breaking 17 bucks, guys, where my alert's at, there could be an even bigger reversal from that point. So I'm going to set my alert here. Mark is at or above 15 bucks. That's right by the highs, roughly the highs from the beginning of April, middle of April. And again, if that breaks, we can be going to 17, maybe even higher. So I'm going to wrap up the video here, guys. If you enjoyed it, hit the like button, make sure to subscribe, and don't forget to get up to 15 stocks from Moomoo. It is free money. Use that link down below. You could also get 12 stocks from Webull. And guys, check out my Patreon if you guys want to see me build out my Patreon portfolio. You want to see me, you know, my charts and ideas throughout the day. You want to be a part of the Discord, have more access to me throughout the day. All of that's on Patreon at stassurfest.com/Patreon, or you guys can go down below, join it. You won't regret it. And with that being said, cheers. I'll catch you later.